says to Harker Bay, Toronto Johnson.
An all-new episode premieres tonight.
I call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson.
I built the whole plan. I ain't going nowhere. But I appreciate the concern, my beautiful African queen. I hope your hair is natural.
You're not natural, baby. I see you got that perm in there. I still love you. You're gorgeous, but you're not nappy. You got to be nappy, baby. You got to be nappy. If I can't grab it, I can't have it.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip.
Heterosexual couples only. This is not a government-funded activity. I have the right to discriminate. Heterosexual couples only.
Donations. Donations. Gifts. Gifts.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember.
We're going to have a National Coons Conference at FDMG. Yes, brothers and sisters. We have to have a National Coons Conference.
Anybody who tells you they're running for office to help somebody, smack their ass in the face.
What you want to do? You want to box? You want a street rumble? Or you want to get into the intellectual boxing ring?
Tyler Perry. God damn, brother. Can we please consider some other movies?
Suit and tie niggas. Suit and tie niggas. See, I got credentials. You ain't got none, you dirty nigga. Ain't you the same nigga
Who sold drugs to go to kill it? Didn't your dumb ass say that on YouTube? You sold drugs to go to kill it? You counterproductive, degenerate drugs to go to kill it.
I'm right here, nigga. Come bring it. I'm right here, nigga. Come bring it. I told you consciousness. I don't play with y'all like that. But I knew you had to do it, nigga. They gassed you and now they gonna ask you, nigga. They gassed you.
He says to Harker Bay.
And I know that
Toronto
you probably
Johnson.
have
Y'all talk about the Grandmaster Jay with the N fact. Okay? I can't speak to him either. I can see the value of a brother showing up with a militia, with armed weapons, letting the white power structure of America know we ain't gonna take this shit no more. I can respect that. Is he serious? I don't.
Us divided. We are the United States of America, one country, indivisible, unto God.
My point is, I'm not slandering Grandmaster Jay. I haven't seen sufficient proof.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. He says to Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. The more than you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over you, Ali. Who was the Toronto Johnson? You and behind you back. See Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black. Proved it was straight fact. You tripping off trunks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same.
And now, our feature presentation.
He says to Harker Bay. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the more than you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali. Who was the first to remind you and bind you back? See Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black. Proved it was straight fact. You tripping off trunks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European, how to bathe. And looking at women buying European hair. They love for self, but do the men really care? Have love, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, Brother Tahaka Bay family. Without no further ado, we got to get busy tonight. But I see people still want to talk about last night. ODB, I apologize. May the Alchemist, I apologize. Cryptonomics, MJ Gibbons, I apologize. What had happened was, Pimpin', I apologize. What had happened was, now listen, I don't want to get into a back and forth talking about the show last night. But I'm looking at the comment section and my brother is still going on and on and on as if 1,500 people are wrong. And the only thing I said was, brother, you need to present it a little better. The brother has been a friend of the Moorish World TV platform since its inception. And so, how can we interview to get on the show? Email me at taharkabay@gmail.com, taharkabay@yahoo.com, and tell me what you want to interview about. How can we interview to get on the show? Yeah, hit me up, taharkabay@gmail.com. But what had happened was, the brother has been a friend of the show since the inception of Moorish World TV. The brother got bars. He can really, really rap. And he wanted to do a presentation. And so for my friends, my brothers and sisters, I opened the platform up to them. But now, the caveat to that is that if I open the platform up to you, you have to be able to answer the Moorish World TV citizens' questions. You can't run from the questions. You can't act as if you don't owe nobody an explanation. And if we're dealing with knowledge, you have to be prepared to accept a debate on your knowledge. Not a debate as it tends to seem that we are maliciously ready to kill each other. Not that. Just to test your information and to weigh your information against other information. That's the rules of Moorish World TV. It's always been like that, and it always will be like that, because each one teach one. What D Calico could teach, maybe somebody else can't. If somebody else can't, maybe they can. And when they come together, you know, somebody might be able to learn something. But with no further ado, family, we on a mission tonight. I got Sister Janae in here in the building tonight. Family, listen. Y'all know we've been talking about the Black Panther Party since Grandmaster Jay. And one thing for sure and two things for certain, I always wondered and had questions about not so much the inner workings as how things are done as it relates to administration duties, but I've always had questions of what goes on. What goes on that allows people to scream Black Power, say Black Power, but always some form of scandal in the midst? There's always some form of discontentment, calling of agents. Soon as one get mad at one, everybody's an agent. I mean, well, today we're going to hear it from our sister who has journeyed in that lane. You follow me? We're going to hear from a sister who has journeyed in that lane. And in fact, she's been on the show quite a few times to assist brothers, sisters, whomever who had fell victim to the oppressor while in that lane. And she fought hard to get relief for those who have fell victim. So without no further ado, I'm going to bring my sister in. Uh-oh. 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 She got
Hello, everyone. Black power, first of all. Black
absolutely.
Power.
So, brother,
All power to the people.
So sis, introduce yourself as if you need to. You really don't need to, but tell the people who you are, a little bit about yourself so we can get started. Because, sis, I couldn't wait for this interview, and I have hesitated for months. To ask you for this interview. And now we're here. So I want to get what I can get out of this so the people can learn what's really going on. But tell the people a little bit about yourself, boss lady.
Hey, everybody. It's Janae, Boss Lady J. Janae Cook. Okay. Hey, everybody. I see y'all saying shout outs and everything. I'm originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina. So shout out to the SC people, South Carolina. I was an advocate for the people my entire life, pretty much. And when I moved to DC in 2016, my mission was just to come up here and get my life together. I was divorced, came up here, new life, all that good stuff. A lot of people might know me from the motorcycle club world. That's where the boss lady came from. I earned that name. I did not give it to myself. Okay, so I did earn my name. I was a founder of a couple motorcycle clubs. I rode with the 1%ers at one time. Shout out to my brothers. They know who they are. And I just, I'm just me. I'm just me. I can't explain no further. I had my own radio show before I joined the party. I did my own podcasting. I have a channel. You can look me up at JanaeEarl@gmail.com on YouTube. You can go back and look at some of my old videos and everything and see my journey as I began to come into the Black Power movement. Okay. But that's about it. I mean, people, if you know me, you know me. If you know, to know me is to love me or hate me. Either way it goes. You know what I mean? I take that. You muted, bro.
When did you join? What year did you join the Black Power?
I started going to meetings around 2018. I didn't officially join around 2019. The new Black Panther Party. We're not talking about the Black Panther Party.
Right.
We're talking about the new Black Panther Party. And I was kind of disillusioned thinking that they were the original Black Panther Party, but it was the new Black Panther Party that I was a part of.
So in the beginning, your intentions was to join the Black Panther Party?
Yes. My father was an original Black Panther here in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
He started, he was a Panther. He used to teach karate. He had a karate studio. He used to teach the guys how to fix cars and everything. He owned a liquor store. He owned stuff right here in Southeast D.C. where I live. He had a gas station, a nightclub. He was an entrepreneur here in D.C. And during the 80s, before the crack epidemic, now this is important that people need to understand about me. I'm 44 years old, okay? When I was a baby, the mafia and the feds used to come to our house every day and tell my daddy, I know who you are. We know you're a Panther, and you're going to either help us push these dope through these in the community, or you're going to leave. And the last time they came with the police. And I'm about 2 or 3 years old, but I remember this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about anybody else, but I have photographic memory. And my dad used to tell me this all the time. And because I was like, why did we leave DC? I was born here in DC. My mama from DC, my dad from DC, all that stuff. So when he it was one day he was in his garage working, and I just remember them coming in, and they were like, "Look, you got a young family, you got a young wife, you got a little baby over there. You either gonna do what we're gonna do, or we're gonna get rid of all of y'all." Seriously, this is when they flooded DC. You know, in the 80s,
Yeah,
DC when
yeah.
they came in with that drug, with that crack, they
Ray
flooded
for
the
Evans
streets with that
Ray
crack,
for
and
Evans was tearing it up.
they sure did. You know, I know them people. My sister got caught up with them people. You know what I'm saying, and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So I have an older sister that lives here, and I came back here to be with my family. That was mainly thing. And I kind of stumbled on Imam Akbar at a meeting. One of my friend girls introduced me to him. And I was like, the Black Panthers, I've been looking for the Black Panthers. You know, I'm thinking this the original, you know, from the 80s, the original Black Panther Party. I didn't
Right.
even really know nothing about the new Black Panther Party like that. So I helped them with when they did the 10,000 Black Men's March. I helped recruit for them. I was doing a live podcast. Like I said, I had my own podcast. So I started going to more meetings, and I started looking around. I'm like, it's a lot of older ladies. It's not a lot of young people involved. So my thing was to watch the party grow. I wanted to see the party grow and be not what it used to be, but what it could be. You feel me? Because I mean, I had been doing all the community advocates, you know, the community work. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing prom dress drives. I was doing food drives. We were helping flood victims and people who had been, you know, put out from fires. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
doing that stuff in South Carolina, but I never could really gel with a community that supported that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
really, let's be about that. Like in the bike club world, it was all about a party, going to a party, supporting the party. But I was really trying to be more involved in the community service aspect of it.
Right.
You know, my mom she was an Easter Star. She was in all kind of auxiliaries and clubs and stuff. So I had that training. You know what I'm saying? I know how to get along with people and make things happen. So, you know,
So
but
so
this
when
trip was something else.
so when you met Akbar, was
Mhm.
that the time when Hashim and Nzinga was the
He was
head?
still alive, and then,
Uh,
again, I didn't know Hashim. I didn't know nothing about him. And rest in peace, you know. But it was, of course, I'm a young lady. I was single at the time, so what it says, stop Trisha.
don't worry about them.
Okay, so when I joined, you know, it was like me hanging out with an older guy. Everybody assumed that I was his little plaything or something or whatever.
Right.
You know, and I never. I had a mentor. I have a mentor, Mr. Joseph Waker, who was teaching me. Like I met him in the bike club world, older guy, and you know, just we were on the path to going to Africa and making connections in Africa and getting land in Africa, gold, all kind of things. And I thought the party could benefit from the people that I knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm a networker. That's what I do.
Right.
I'm the plug. If anybody wants to say something about me, they can say Janae definitely can help you. You know, I can plug you in wherever you need to be or whatever. So I just, you know, I fell in love with the idea of being a Black Panther again, and just, you know, continuing my father's legacy to be in DC and make a difference and a change, you know. And then I mean, when I got involved, it was about DC. But then, you know, after a while, it was like we going all over the country. We everywhere. We was in
Right.
Tulsa. We went to Durham. My first mission was in Durham, North Carolina. That I headed up with the guy, Gary Kimber. He was found hung at the bus stop in Durham, North Carolina. So that was like my first mission, and we went down there and we flagged, you know, with the RBG. We took the flags down there, and we all had the whole Panther formation come out. That's why I first initially met majority of the Panthers that
Let
were
me ask you a
original.
question. In
Mhm,
DC, so when I
mhm,
look at the Black Panther Party, the original Black Panther Party, how they had things established, you know,
mhm.
they had clinics, they had safe houses, they actually had even houses, row houses as we
Yeah.
call them in Baltimore, but I don't
Mhm.
know if they call them that other places.
Yeah, we
But
got row houses here. Yeah, you know that.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, did the Panther, when you joined, did they have anything that was
They didn't
similar?
have nothing. We didn't even have a headquarters. We don't
The
have a
reason, the
headquarters
reason
here in
why I
DC.
asked that because the reason why I asked that because since the time of Michaels, the Panthers go back to the 80s, the
Right.
new Black Panther, the new Black
Yeah.
Panther. So I'm saying if this is an ongoing organization from Aaron Michaels from the 80s, the same organization with Dr. Khalid Muhammad, it would leads me to believe that something would have been established. And so that is the question. Where was the headquarters? Where is the headquarters?
There is no headquarters. There's nothing here in DC. My house was the headquarters. When I joined, my house became headquarters. Yes. Everything they wanted to do, every meeting we had was right here in my apartment in DC. But we didn't have a storefront property. And that was my goal as the chairwoman here, as the local chairwoman, was to establish a headquarters and make sure that people could find us, because people was like, I didn't even know the Black Panthers existed, and I'm like, how do you be a organization over 30 years and you don't have a headquarters and nobody knows who you are, or nobody knows that you exist and people can't find you, and a lot of the original Black Panthers that I met that are still here in DC, they knew my dad, and they knew that I had the spirit, of the Panther, and I wanted to establish that. I wanted to get a storefront property. I mean, we had been all over the city looking for storefront properties, whatever. So I write proposals, and I had ideas and all kind of stuff. I would email them into the corporate office. We ain't interested in it.
So when people would talk about Hashim back in the day, how he had the connection with the rappers and they was doing security for the rappers, did anybody have any checks and balances as it relates to the finance? What type of finance comes in being a part of a liberating organization? And I know fighting for liberation can be a trying thing, because people.
Look, I'm gonna go to sleep on you. It was none of that. It was pay your dues. It was Queen Nandi in Florida. She was the ministress of finance, and it was pay your dues, send your monthly dues in, and as a chapter, I would send in the whole chapter dues with my own money. Okay, I'm talking about $100 for a year.
Where did the dues go to?
Who knows? I was told not to question where the money is going, or you know what I'm saying, or what they doing with it. If we had to go on a mission, we can only get like $20 after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, and nobody could go on a mission unless it was approved by the national chairman, and it's supposed to be the central committee, but it never worked out like that. It was if Hashim said we couldn't go, we couldn't go. And at the last, like right before he passed away, I mean, it is just so much. Like, I don't even know. Y'all, I got to save a lot of this for my book that I'm going to be writing about the Black Panther, my experience. But I'm telling you, like, when we went to Tulsa, okay, with Queen Mother Pamela Smith, you heard her, okay, with her thing, and that was my first time venturing out. I mean, I knew Akbar from local, stuff or whatever. That was my first time going out of town, going across 5 states to go see about Miss Pam. So with the first time we went, they told Akbar, not Hashim them told Akbar not to go. I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving. I done drove all the way to Oklahoma. Didn't even know what was going on, And then when we got there, they had made some of the guys that came from like Nashville, Tennessee. Some of my brothers, shout out to them. Peace and love. I still love my brothers, gave him they turned them boys around, and a lot of them quit. They quit because they said that Hashim got on them because they didn't get approved by him to go on this mission. And it was just so much drama.
What is the ultimate mission though? What is the ultimate mission when you say go
when
on
we're
a mission?
called on as Panthers, when you're called on and it's a distress situation, or it's a situation where people are saying, I need the Black Panthers to help me. That's what the Miss Pamela Smith situation was, And I've been to Tulsa 5 or 6 times going to help her and aid her in her ventures to get justice. She was raped and abused by the driver instructor, the guy over the DMV. She was working as an inmate. She was like an inmate going to clean up the DMV, and the instructor was molesting her, pretty much raping her. And she felt like because she was in the work release program that they would not believe that he was doing these things to her. She was an inmate. So when she contacted it was some, Facebook, and man, she contacted Imam Akbar. He got the mission of which I thought he had it approved and everything. And we went on. Yeah, it was a public safety officer. His name was Donald Cochran, and he lives in Texas or whatever. He did his white man. So I'm thinking, this is why I really didn't know what to expect when we got out there. But I met some fellow Panthers. Shout out to my sister Tamara Jones. She met us out there. Like when we went, the car broke down, so we was late for a whole day. It was just a whole adventure.
I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but any way along your journey in this beginning where there is no central meeting place, there is no central authority as it relates to command posts or meeting place. You're driving these miles and cars breaking down. You only got $20 or something.
Right. Broke. I can tell you, I done traveled with them broke plenty of times.
But did any of that jump off come out to you as kind of odd?
It did. It
that's
did.
why you did say you was working to try to fix it too.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, my thing was to come into the party to make it better, to grow it. You know what I'm saying? To make it better. And the first thing I thought about, because Akbar is, I'm not here to slander nobody or talk bad about nobody. I love him to death and everything, but he is a real strong revolutionary. He would go to the end of the earth fighting Black power, okay? But he could never get the support of the party to do those things. And it kind of, I was like, what is going on, And it was like, you new here, you don't know him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. They thinking I'm sleeping with him from the beginning, and I never did, never have, never made no advances towards me, nothing. We were straight Black power, straight going to do what we had to do, answering that call and blacking that call for Black power. So, okay, to get to that point, like when we broke down, he called Malik, he called Hashim, he called to get some help to get the car fixed. And it was like, bro, I can't help you. And I was like, why we don't have no airplanes? Why do we don't have no boats? Why? How you gonna be taking people money as, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have no rescue squad. You can't save nobody for real. You have no artillery. You have no nothing. So in my mind, look, I done conquered and overcame things in my life. I was just crazy enough to believe that I could stick this out to get those things, or to ask for those donations, or you know what I'm saying, go hard and see if we couldn't get a helicopter, if we couldn't get a small plane, if we couldn't get a boat or something if we needed it. And that's how Biko is out. I see somebody asking that. But it was like, why we don't have nothing? How can we protect the people as Panthers and we don't have the equipment that we need? And ain't nobody even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? You going up against the government, you putting people out here risking their lives, going against the government, going against white supremacists who got boats and planes and trains and automobiles and all that stuff. and we get a flat tire or with the car breakdown and we can't even get no help.
But
The only help you got is AAA, you know.
Let me ask you this, so we can take a pit stop right here real quick.
Okay.
As I be researching and I be studying this and I be watching how people go at each other all the time. We did the interview, you and I, to try to gain support for Brother Biko. And Brother Biko had mentioned that, and we'll talk about that later. But Brother Biko had mentioned that that Akbar had got out the car. And if people don't know, let me just give them a one over real quick. So they're down the south, and they addressed this guy for treating somebody bad in their store, and some kind of way, supposedly Brother Biko supposedly had took the gun from this people, and they jumps in the car and they roll, they get pulled over. The driver has a registered gun, firearm, or the it's a couple basically. Got a I ain't gonna mention their name. They got a registered firearm, but the police pulls Brother Akbar out, and when they pull Brother Akbar out, Akbar actually supposedly has a gun or claimed a gun that was hidden in the car was his, but Akbar walks away, but everybody else goes to jail. Now, ultimately, I don't know what happened. I know Biko's out, and we'll talk about that later. But the word has been going around that Akbar is them folk, that Akbar is them people, that that Akbar ain't right. And I want to get to the bottom of it. Why is it that is lingering around, that Akbar ain't right, and Akbar walked away from that?
And again, I was in Washington, North Carolina when that happened, but I was not at the service station where they went in there and did that. So I don't know. I never saw the videos or anything like that. All I know is what they told me.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to even speak on that, but I done been all over the world with Akbar. He ain't never displayed no Agent Orange. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. I don't know how that panned out. He just when I was there and that stuff happened, I had my daughter with me. First of all, let's understand the assignment. I had already quit because of the shit that happened in Tulsa. I've never served under Malik Zulu SHABBAZ as a national chairman. Okay.
Right.
It was a complete setup. And I'm gonna hold you to that. Now, if Biko did what he did, I don't know. He told me he didn't do it. Then I found out he did do it.
I don't know. Now we get into that another time. I just wanted to.
But as far as me saying that Akbar is a agent, hell no.
No. Not you saying he's an agent, but the word was from Biko, from Brother Biko, that they locked everybody else in the car.
Yeah, they did. They locked everybody up but him. I don't know what he told them people.
And then the what's the other guy with the ponytail, the light skinned guy? Ah, man,
Dynamite Lightning.
Nah, not Dynamite. The other brother, I think he's from. Oh man, what's the brother name? Come on, Crip, help me. He came on the show and said he was going to go down there and find out, and he was calling Akbar an agent. And now the word, like, why is this agent thing is flowed around so?
They all fucking agents. First of all, I'm sorry.
Uncle Bobby, there we go, crypted it out. Uncle Bobby.
Yeah. Oh, that crazy fool. Yes. That's it. That's Bobby Worthy. Yeah.
Bobby Worthy. Yeah.
He wasn't nowhere around. He
said he wasn't around, but he claims that he got this investigative knack.
He's got zero. He got squat. First of all, what he got was a whole lie that was being told.
Right.
Okay. It was a whole lie to check everybody's temperature. You know what I mean? And like I told them, when I said everything would have worked out fine if everybody just kept their mouth closed and let shit play out. You understand what I'm saying? If everybody just been cool, stay on code, and just be Panthers. You ain't supposed to talk to the police. You're not supposed to tell everything. You give your name, your number, and that's it.
Right. Now
That's it.
let's backpedal a minute.
Mm.
In your experience, on what you would call these missions, have you ever witnessed a suspicious behavior with your quote unquote comrades? Because it seems like, man, the people be
All of
doing some
them,
questionable stuff.
everybody was acting suspicious during that North Carolina trip. We already, like I said, we it was so crazy because we came in to Washington, North Carolina, thinking that we were at one event, but we ended up at a separate event from the Panthers that were hosting the event that day. And I kept saying, "Where's the other Panthers at?" You know what I'm saying? And then when they came in with the Daryl Kelly guy or whatever as his security and stuff. But little did we know, like, you got all the receipts, you can pop them up or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can pop it up. I ain't got to lie for nobody or whatever. It was they labeled us coming from DC as the enemy because of the events that happened between Akbar and Malik in Tulsa. Okay. Right. You remember I'm saying? Like, everybody need to just shut up, calm down. I see people making comments or whatever, but they were not there. You can't tell me shit if you was not there, present. I was there. Okay. When we were in Tulsa for the 100-year commemorative thing, the Black Power movement or whatever they did in with you know what I'm talking about. When we were in Tulsa in May that year or whatever. When we got there, stuff was just crazy. It just didn't make no sense. We had drove 19 hours. We drove from DC to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. When we got there, it was time for the Friday night event, which was supposed to be at the church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the last standing church in Tulsa. We get there, it's armed white militia at the door, telling us that they need everybody's name that's coming in this church, everybody's name, email, and address. And we was like, who authorized this? You know what I'm saying? Who put these armed white militia in a church with some Black Panthers to have a town hall meeting? Okay. So that scared me. That right there, that let me know, okay, Janae, this is going way left. Because these people got machine guns. I got pictures of them. They had machine guns. They had everything. They armed to the teeth. So Biko asked the pastor who authorized these armed white militia to be at the church. The pastor said Malik agreed to this. Okay, so when we get to the church, Malik ain't nowhere to be found. Malik had Akbar called me and said he sent him to Oklahoma airport, the airport, like 2.5 hours, 3 hours away to come pick him up. But Malik was already in Tulsa. So he sent him on a dummy mission. So here we are, just the DC chapter and some of the people from maybe Virginia, the Norfolk chapter, but everybody else in the party was somewhere else. They didn't show up Friday night. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he said, I said, they's trying to set us up, y'all, for some reason, or whatever. And they was getting the papers, and this was the first time the newspaper had came out. So it was just like we didn't have no information. Now I'm the chairman of the DC chapter. I'm bringing my troops, you know what I'm saying, to this place, and we don't know what's going on. Our boy was like, Janae, he sent me all the way to the airport to pick him up, and Malik left with some white man. I said, what?
Let me ask you a question. Who exactly is Malik as it relates to leading the new Black Panther Party? What type
he was the former chairman. He was the former chairman of the party, and he was an advisor. He was also an advisor to us. I mean, Malik done been in my house. Let me just clear the air. This is why I'm doing this. I'm not here to bash him, but I'm here to tell the truth and set the record straight. He got it out there that the DC chapter was against him being the national chairman. That's a lie. I asked Malik in my house, in front of my comrade, my chief of staff. I said, Malik, it's a mess going on. Hashim had just died. I said, why don't you just take over the party? I would support you 100%, Malik, if you just take over the party. But it wasn't. He told me straight up, and Michelle can, my chief of staff, can admit to this. He told us, no, I got too much going on. I got my law practice. I got this going on. I got that going on. I'm not interested in being the national chairman. And my heart just sunk in because I was like, well, how are we going to fix this? You know what I'm saying? Akbar is older. He's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from him. He's sharp as a tack. He's a revolutionary. I said, but we need some strong young people in here to hold the party together. This is before COVID, before all this stuff went down. You know what I'm saying? So not knowing the whole time they had been planning to get rid of Akbar. They wanted him out. Him and Hashim wanted Akbar out. You know what I'm saying? But Akbar kept showing up on the scene and kept being in the, you know, on front line, and I was supporting him because I didn't know they wanted him out of the party. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can say this, they didn't, you know, or whatever. I'm you know, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I love Imam Akbar. He is a stand-up guy to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his relationship was to anybody else other than the women. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't me. That's all I can tell you. It was not me. You know. Right. I mean, he's doing good now. You know.
Let me ask you, as in the Black Panther Party, in the Black Panther Party, right? The new Black Panther Party. New Black Panther Party.
Get together, because shout out to my people, my real Panthers that's out here.
In the new Black Panther Party, what is the actual objective of being in the new Black Panther? What is the actual objective? And then I have another question.
I'm still trying to figure that out because my thing was to build and grow, and everybody that can say that, you know, it was never to I mean, like I got bike club connections. I had a whole chapter they didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? That I had to hide people. I still got sleeper cells around and shit that they will never know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? But I was teaching them how to be Panthers and how to move. And, you know, when I got the manual, and then shout out to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. When I fell in love with Khalid, then I was like, this is what we need to be doing as Black people. You know, we really need to be encouraging each other to take control and take authority in our communities and things like that, and be present. Do the street patrol. We did street patrols in DC. You know what I'm saying? We had to do that. We got them up to that, to doing street patrols again, because nobody was protecting these people here in DC. Nobody was, you know what I'm saying? DC was just wide open.
Can I ask you a question? Has anybody ever been literally protected? Any shots fired? Anybody smacked anybody? I mean, I'm not promoting no violence. I'm just trying to
they smack each other.
Yeah, no,
other than fighting each other, I don't know.
They say it's the new Black Panther Party, and they say it's to protect the community or self-defense. And I can't find nothing on the record where they stood in between the police and went
can find it with
fist
me.
to cuff. I'm talking about with fist to cuff. I'm not saying just standing in, like you got Big Shirley, Crystal Muhammad, where she stood in front of the police with 3 or 4 people, and then she takes the picture and it looks like, but I'm talking about really, let's get busy. Is there any of that on the record anywhere?
No. No, not with me. They did go to Charlottesville, North Carolina. Virginia. Charlottesville, Virginia. That was before I joined. And they got into it with them white supremacists down there. Like holding the line. Yes, we did all of that. You know, we did that. I did that here in DC. Holding, you know, making the police leave. And like I did things where in my community, like I said, I can't speak for everybody else. I don't know what they do in their community. But in DC, we protected Brother Karan Hilton when he got killed by the police. I went up there and was involved with that, and we held down the 5th district police department, and then another little guy that got killed, a young black man that got killed in DC. We went and supported his family and made the police leave because the cop killed this woman's son, and they were just sitting outside this woman's house. So I got a video of that where we made the police leave. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. You don't have to get physical with the police officers or whatever. You can talk to them, and we were just like a in between. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To like just like let's just keep the police out this lady's face. She just buried her child. She don't need to be looking at the cops right in front of her front door. So we did stuff like that. We did a lot of community work. We did cleaning up the parks and stuff like that. We did I had a Black Love Sundays where we would give away free food and clothes and just have a good time in the park here in DC. So that's what I'm saying. I wasn't in it for the drama and all going to confront people, but it was like every time Malik got a case or something, he wanted us to be present with him. You know what I'm saying? And show up for him and stuff. So we did that type of stuff. I did that. Me and Biko did it together. And some of my other troops. We went and stood guard. We protected this man with our life. We believed in him. Put it like that. We believed in him and what the Black Power movement stood for.
So what has happened to the new Black Panther Party in this day and age? Because to me, I'm just from the outside looking in, so that's why I'm talking to you today. It seems like a bunch of posing. It doesn't seem like nothing.
It's a lot of camera chasing, book signing, book release. It to me it was just phony. After a while, I was like, you have no real agenda for the people. You don't have no real agenda for the people. These people are not properly trained. The DC chapter was probably the most had the most members at one point. At one point, I had over 20-something members. Like I said, and I'm not releasing nobody's name because these people are still Panthers and they still active. We just not with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, they just don't have they were not properly training people. They were giving people, just handing out positions. You're gonna be the minister of justice. You're gonna be the minister of defense. You're gonna be
exactly this training. Is it training to interact with people?
It's supposed to be training for the position that you're supposed to be qualified for. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have my minister of justice. She's going to law school and things like that. She's a lawyer. So that's the type of person you want to put into a minister of justice position. A minister of defense would be somebody that could train you, do some PT training, physical training, exercise, and things like that. That was what their job, the MOD job, is supposed to be, and protect the chairman. My chief of staff, I still have her on my side. And we are about community. We're about doing things for the people here in DC, but we were always getting pulled off to go do something else. You know what I'm saying?
How are these missions are selected? What is it?
Come up.
You said some people call you, or do you check the newspaper?
Somebody call on us or whatever.
Because it seemed like to me, like as I've been covering this for the last few years, it seemed like to me like it didn't die down because of COVID. It seemed like the first hot story, you'll see Big Shirley pulling up with the camera on.
Right. It's a lot of it to me. It's just a lot of posing, but it's a lot of good people that's got good intentions too.
Absolutely. And I want to let me
bash nobody. I don't know, Miss.
No. That's my position because I've been covering it. But I'm just saying that's my position. That's me. But there is some true freedom fighters out there, and I
support them 100%. Like they asked me to join another networking thing, and I told them, I said, listen, I will help you, but I don't trust none of these people, and I'm not ever going to trust people like that again that I don't know, because at the end of the day, when shit get real,
you don't trust nobody.
Nobody. You can't. Nobody. None of them.
If your experience was that bad,
it was horrible. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like you laughing in my face, but you knifing me in my back the whole time. I had people that didn't know nothing about, like, okay, and I'm gonna call them out because I ain't talked to them. You know how when they stop talking to you, they talk about you. Okay, so I mean, at the end of the day, after all the stuff that happened between Tulsa, some people didn't come to Tulsa, but had so much to say about it, but they weren't there. They didn't experience what I experienced. You know what I'm saying? The whole fallout between me and the girls from the Sisters of the Underground, or whatever. All of that stuff, you gotta tie every single thing in, and every link back to Malik Zulu SHABBAZ. Okay, and him trying to get rid of Akbar.
You mentioned the Sisters of the Underground.
Yes, I'm going to mention them because when the fallout happened between Malik and Akbar, I knew it was. I stayed out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what they fell out about. I don't know what it was about. I don't care. I held the line. But then when stuff started getting serious, okay, especially when Biko went to jail and all this other stuff, I told them ladies early on, this is when they was first starting. I told Lasidi, or whatever her name is, I said, I have to get my personal life together. I cannot be a part of this organization. The work that you're doing is too important. You talking about kidnapping and rescuing people and doing all this stuff and having safe houses and networking like they are networking right now. That was too important, and I had too much personal stuff going on. I told her that I was going to step down, and she was like, no, they ain't got nothing to do with our organization. And I said, no, I just see it going the wrong way, so I'm going to leave. Okay, I left. When I left, they started doing podcasts about me, and saying that I released I pulled people background checks and all this stuff. Then you got the crazy white girl. What's the name? Well, she claims she ain't white. She'll come for me for that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
She claimed that that I was helping her, and she came for them real hard. And I'm telling them, I said, it's months going by, and I don't even know this stuff going on. I didn't even know what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? But they publicly tried to destroy my character, tried to say that I was pulling people background checks, and the whole time it was the girl Cassandra's husband that was doing the shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was drama. Like, it was so much drama. This Biko was in jail, and the only thing I could focus on was trying to get him out of jail. That's it. And I told her that, and I said, I don't want to bring my drama into your organization.
But let me run it back again. So how did you and the Sisters of the Underground become conflict again?
Because I quit.
Oh, okay. You were a part of the Sisters of the Underground.
I was the Eastern Regional
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I sent most of the girls that she's got now to her. What I'm saying?
Again, let me run it back again. Why did you quit?
Because Biko had got locked up. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that, but I'm just saying.
But I just left because it was too much pressure on me to try to continue to be a conductor.
I see. Trying to
be connected to the underground, and they was connected to Malik. You know what I'm saying? He brought all his people in. And I know they hackers. I know they know how to hack. They know how to infiltrate and, get into people's records and stuff. And a lot of the stuff was about just keeping our train conductors secrets. You know what I mean? Like keeping them private. Because these are people that I knew. You know what I'm saying? People I knew from the motorcycle club world, people I knew personally, and they didn't want their information to get out, but they would help us if we needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, say somebody get kidnapped in Atlanta, they would call me. Janae, we got somebody, a missing child in Atlanta. Okay, I call my people I got in Atlanta. Go fix it. Somebody get missing or a domestic violence situation in Florida. I call my people in Florida, they would go take care of it.
Why does it seem so much confusion if it's supposed to be a fight for liberation? It
Because
seems like a
people want the
lot.
spotlight. They want to be the first. It ain't even about being right or wrong. It's about being the first.
Let me ask you
That's
you
it.
this. What is the Sisters of the Underground from your perspective? What is their call to duty? What is their mission?
I did not try to issue an ultimatum, Lasidi. I told you that I was not going to be involved with federal agents. That's what I told you. And
Oh
I
my
was not
goodness.
going to give up my information that I had on people to appease them. No, I'm not giving you my files. I'm not giving you my records or none of that stuff. And that wasn't no ultimatum. That was a straight up decision that I made. That I did not want to jeopardize the people that I know and my personal relationships to be involved with this bullshit with Malik Zulu SHABBAZ. I was not going to do it.
I wanted to ask you, what was the mission of the Sisters of the Underground? Because you say
the
you
mission
really...
was supposed to be a rescue. It's supposed to be
okay,
it didn't start out as, like I said, this was her if her organization and everything like that. And I respected her. I loved her. I loved them. You know what I'm saying? For who they were. We all had a little bit of something in common. We all had backgrounds and stuff like that. But they took the information that I gave them and tried to use it against me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she did this, she did that, she begged. It was just crazy. I don't even want to get into it.
No. I mean, sis, don't pay attention to the chat. Don't pay attention to the chat.
Because I see these heifers, but they know where I live. I live in Washington, D.C. And anytime
the thing is that we're painting a picture so those who may wish to join an organization, they know what to look for.
Right. I mean, in the beginning, it was all good. But until you look till they was like, oh, you quitting for what reason? I said, I'm quitting because I got too much personal stuff going on. If I leave your organization, that means you're good. I'm not mad at you. You shouldn't be mad at me. There is nothing that I got to say about you. There's nothing that we need to discuss. Let me handle my personal business. I even offered to help. I want to
go back though, sis. So Sisters of the Underground is predicated upon rescuing sisters or
rescuing women, men, and children that are in distress. You know what I'm saying? It's a great organization. It's good. It's a great concept. I mean, I still shout them out. I wanted to be up in the background saluting them for the work.
These people that are rescued, though, I want to cover these stories.
Well, you got to talk to her. She on here.
No. I'm just saying though. Like you were saying, the mission of in New Black Panther Party was kind of unclear, not clear.
Unclear. So when they came with them, I can say this. Let me tell you this. I can say this. I'm not going. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going back and forth with nobody.
They don't pay attention to the chat, man. I want to paint the picture for those who may be interested, so they can see.
If they want to get involved with the Sisters of the Underground, it's needed because there are so many missing women and children, Black women and children out here. We didn't have, even with the New Black Panther Party, we didn't have a rescue team. We didn't have nobody to go and go and check on our missing people. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have nobody to go and check on the little Black girl in the neighborhood that went missing. So Lasidi had to develop this program. Like, she has a real agenda. You know what I'm saying? They had a real agenda. They have a safe house. They have safe houses all over the country. They got rescue mission teams and things like that. So when Malik got a whiff of it, he wanted the New Black Panther Party to be, hooked up with them and things like that. He wanted to be a part of it, and I was like, okay, yeah. But when the deceit came in, you know what I'm saying? When I saw that being a part of this was dangerous, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna put me in a church with some armed white militia, and you're not gonna show up, and you're not gonna give no explanations and things like that, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't know what's going on. I don't really understand it. And then I'm hearing this and hearing that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know what was going on. And then, okay, so when I got when I told her, okay, I can't do it no more, I'm done, I laid it down. But then I started watching them on their podcast, and then I'm like, they talking about me. You know what I'm saying? They talking about me. They
Hey,
talking about me. They put me
I
out there
just
like
summed
I
that up.
did something wrong, and I did not. I did not do anything wrong. I told this lady that I had too much personal stuff going on. I do not trust Malik Zulu SHABBAZ. I do not trust his staff. And they put his people in positions after I had them been already telling them, don't put them in positions.
Now, other than Malik approving Europeans with automatic weapons at the church in Tulsa, what other reason would you have not to trust him?
Okay, and now that was the final straw.
Oh my goodness, there was other straws.
It's plenty of straws. It's plenty of big joint. Like I said, I'm not here to just.
No, we gonna tell the truth.
Sandra, I'm not even gonna watch them.
You can't pay attention to the chat.
I could really put these ladies on blast and bring up all their dirt.
But don't let them throw your thoughts. I'm really curious.
Like I said, I quit. I left. I did not talk about them. I did not entertain them. None of that stuff like that. I just wanted to get Biko out of jail. That's it. Wanted to get him out.
But sis, see, we missed the
thought.
I
left.
What other than, you know, because that's a heavy load to say that someone is an agent. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or that someone is compromised, or what level of compromise they are on, but they're compromised yet and still. And so it appears to me that Malik is compromised, and you said that that's one of many straws. But other than the Tulsa incident, what other reason would you have not to trust him? He's been around for 20-some years.
The Tulsa incident was it for me. That was it. Like I said, I told him to his face, I said, I quit. He was like, why you not in uniform? I said, I quit. I'm not working for you. You know what I'm saying? I told him right there on in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that I was not working for you. I'm not doing this no more. I don't feel comfortable and I don't feel safe. You know what I'm saying? If you put me in a position like that, I don't feel safe. You know, and I didn't. That was the first time I ever been out of town with the party, and I felt like my life was in danger.
But I'm saying, other than that, what else would you?
What else? Okay, well, then it would be the weeks after that when we went to Washington, North Carolina, and
I mean before that though.
Before that, I never had no reason to be afraid of him or
okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't hear about all this other stuff unless I saw it on your channel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the stories that you had, like when the guy, you know, that's when I started to speak up when the other guy was on your show, and he was talking about how he was the devil and he did this and you know he set people up, and I was like, damn, so this ain't the first time. And then I heard about what's the brother name that got locked up and still in jail in North Carolina? I mean New York. What is his name?
He got locked up in New York.
I can't remember. My memory bad. But it's another guy. Somebody might be able to tell me.
He got locked up.
And I don't give. Let me just cut the chat room out because they get on my nerves because they know I know the truth. All his little groupies is on in the chat room right now.
But let me tell you something If you pay a lot of attention to that, then your thought is going to be
because I'm like I'm looking at them, but like all they got to do is come on the show.
Exactly.
Your piece, hit up to Harker. Like I said, I'm not here to bash nobody.
I've invited Sisters of the Underground on the show and they declined. Sister CD. I've invited her on the show. I invited her on the show about Brother Ozone.
I told her, I said, you're gonna owe me an apology one day because everything you saying I didn't do it. I did not do it. And I ain't gotta lie, honey. You ain't my mama, you not my sister, you ain't my friend for real. I don't have to lie on y'all.
But let's go back real quick. Now, I gotta say that I kind of felt some type of way that you reached out to me for Brother Biko,
right?
Because he was locked up for something that he felt as though he shouldn't have been locked up for, you know. Right. And I got the text where you text me and said, Biko asked me to reach out to you to see if you can basically, and I'm paraphrasing, air this or put this on your
Right.
show to get some
make people
support.
aware,
To make
this
some
is
people
right
aware and get some
before.
support.
Right.
Now, from the first time that I talked to you, I felt as though you solid. You know what I mean? In fact, because you're right in DC, if I got a problem with you, I just hit 95. You know what I mean? And we can have
That's
a
all
discussion.
anybody got to do. If you
We
got
don't
a
got to do
problem,
it on
come
the
to
internet.
me.
So I feel like you solid. I don't know what anybody else say, but I feel like you solid. And you invited me. I never got a chance to come to DC because I'd
No,
be so
you
busy.
did.
But you invited me. Say, brother, come on out. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I don't know about anybody else. For me, when one is on the internet saying one thing, but they say, scrap this internet, come holler at me, come talk to
Right.
me. That's a hint of someone being solid, because somebody that's fraudulent playing games, they don't want you to see in person.
No.
Because you'll be able to call them on their
And
stuff.
they're gonna block you on social media,
Yeah.
and they're gonna keep talking and being the assholes.
So on the strength of you, I
Right.
did about 2 or 3 shows on Biko to gain some support, even drop the Cash App in there and whatever. And you was repping hard. At some point, everything went solid. And the next thing you know, I see Biko tagging me on the internet, and his name is Muhammad Bey now. I said, good goodness gracious. The brother never reached out and said thank you. He never said you're MFer. He never reached out and did nothing. I was really, really disappointed in this brother. I continue to be disappointed in this brother. And then he shows up on Facebook with a fez on. And he Muhammad Bey. I said, I still love you, brother. But I said, good goodness gracious. He Muhammad Bey now? And the brother could not even reach out and call me and say, thank you. I appreciate your assistance. What actually happened? How do you go from fighting for your freedom on parole, probation, got a gun charge, to next?
He didn't get no gun charge. They didn't charge him with the gun.
Not with the gun, but the robbery. The robbery. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the next time I see you, you Stephen Muhammad Bey, and never gave me a thank you or nothing. And I don't even know what happened. What actually happened with the case?
The case got dismissed, okay, because of the stolen gun. The store owner would not claim ownership of the stolen gun, so they had to drop the whole case.
Oh, so the actual gun that was taken, the store owner had a stolen gun that supposedly Biko took from him, so it wasn't his gun.
Right.
I got you.
You understand now? You know what I mean? But
why would a store owner call the police on somebody who takes his stolen gun and say he stole my gun?
I wasn't there. I wasn't.
No. I think I'm thinking out
know
loud.
what I'm saying? I thought about that too.
No. Logically speaking, if I possess the stolen gun and I'm a shop owner, somebody takes my stolen gun. The next thing is not for me to call the police and say he came in the store and we got the argument and he took my stolen gun.
Nope. Sound fishy to me, don't it? To you. But like I said, it was so much. Like I said, that whole, I just want to forget about last year, really, honestly. It was so crazy because I mean, you couldn't get the real truth out of nobody.
No. The thing is that I'm glad that I know now, because I never knew. I had no clue. The next thing I know is my brother was on Facebook saying he's Muhammad Bey now with a burgundy fez on. Now I knew he was familiar with the Moorish ideal, but he was a part of the nation at one time and the Black Panther Party. But I would at least expect a thank you or something.
Right. Yeah. I wish he really would have reached out to you and just cleared his own name and cleared up whatever, or just
Yeah,
said
even
thank you.
that.
Like I said, I felt so bad because I was totally committed to just trying to get him free. You know what I'm saying? I just needed him to get out. I just, I felt responsible because I introduced him to the party. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of guilt about that. And I just, you know what I mean? I just didn't know it was gonna go the way that it went. I had no
But
idea.
at some
You know?
point, it was I seen that you had on Facebook, and I asked you about it, that you and Biko was getting married. Did y'all get married?
We did get married while he was in jail, but it was over. It was over the phone. It was a Muslim wedding over the phone. Right. So yeah, we did. We did. I did. We did. Our bar officiated.
I don't mean to be, but how do a Muslim wedding happen over the phone?
Hey, it happened. That's all I can tell you. That he was on the phone. Our bar was on the phone.
Come on.
We had witnesses and everything. We did, and I still love. Let me clear this up because he's gonna be so pissed about this whole thing. Now let me tell you this: if Biko had been more of my man instead of trying to be a revolutionary, this shit would have never happened. If he would have listened to me when I put the orders down, nobody leave this park. Nobody for no reason at all. We had already been warned not to even go down there. We didn't have no business. Like what? This is the one thing I agree with Keisha. We have no business going to Washington, North Carolina after we had been told not to go. And I told them that we don't need to go down here. We need to stay in DC. We don't need to go. We don't need to go. But I gave in and we went anyway. And we went into a fucking trap. Period. You know what I'm saying? You got the receipts of that. The girl from the other chapter down there said, y'all don't know who I know down here. Y'all don't know the people that we know. Y'all, when you find out the truth, you're going to be looking stupid. And the only person that was left looking stupid was me. Okay? At the end of the day, because everybody had some shit going on. Everybody was plotting and planning against the DC chapter. Okay? That's what it is. That's the funny joke is on you trip, you know? But at the end of the day, and me and Biko, we not together anymore. He got out in December. I can't hear you.
I was saying, how did you get a divorce?
I said I divorced you 3 times.
You said it 3 times. Hey, sis, for real, we gotta stop.
For real. I asked the Muslim how to do it. I said, I got to get out of this.
How you saying, sis? I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you.
I divorce you, I divorce you 3 times.
Honey, you better not divorce me, say it 3 times. I'm telling you. Don't you say no to divorce me 3 times.
That's it. You know, at the same time, but like I said, I had a lot of love for him. I think my heart got caught up more than my brain. And I didn't really evaluate the whole situation from the beginning to the end. I didn't really know him as well as I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? I can admit that.
You come to know though that changed though. Y'all used to be stomping the pavement together.
Stomping the pavement together, doing everything. It was more of a control issue with him. You know what I'm saying? He's older than me. He's 55. I'm 44. Now I'll be 44 on my birthday, and it was like I don't want you around these certain people. And he was like upset because I had friends before I met him, and when he went to jail, they came to support me, and he got mad about that. He was like, "Why you got these dudes around you?" I had to have security, like I told you. I had to have 24-hour security after that shit died, after all this stuff, because I got these chicks from out of town threatening me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these rogue Panthers might do. I had grown men coming at me talking about what's that boy named Mikael Muhammad. You just mad because Malik didn't make no advances towards you. You fat, you ugly, you this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that type of woman. Only somebody that don't know me would say something like that.
What do the average Panther do for a living? It seems like they got a lot of
They
time.
ain't got
on
no
their hands.
jobs. Some of them don't have no jobs. They broke.
It seems like they got
Most
a lot
of them is
time
broke.
on their
They ain't
hands.
got nothing but time on their hand to be messy. You know what I mean? The ones, I mean, and I'm not talking about everybody. If you want to put yourself in that category, then
Yeah.
like,
You know, it's some good.
but not everybody is like that. There's a lot of good people that really believe in what the Black Panthers, the original Black Panther stood for, and what the new Black Panther Party stood for. You know what I'm saying? The sole purpose of a Panther is to be a revolutionary in the Black African people's liberation struggle and to mobilize the masses. I'm reading it because I got it right in my face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And towards self-defense, a Panther must be the vanguard example at all times. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I was ever trying to do. I'm trying to be about what this manual say. I read that manual every day. I'm the only one that showed up to manual training with the fucking manual. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But I became public enemy number one because of this right here. Hearsay. You have no facts. You know what I'm saying? You people was accusing me. The thing with Biko was when he got mad that I didn't answer the phone or I blocked him because he kept you. How many times he called when you was on the radio show?
Oh, it was multiple times. Multiple times.
He got mad because I said, Steve, you're costing me money. I said, the money that I have to have money on my end of the phone. You know how jail works. You got to have money on your side and their side to take them calls. Correct? Am I wrong? Okay. He tried to say that I was stealing the money. He wanted a whole tribunal put up against me. He put in, and then my sister that's in the chat room tomorrow, she filed the paperwork and everything and tried to say that they said I abandoned him and I did this and I did that and I took the money and I had the account. I had receipts for every dime that was given to me. Everything that we got from World TV went straight to him. It went to his canteen or the telephone or the video phone. You have to pay for everything in jail right now. It's a cash cow. Every time you video chat me, that's $2. Every time you call my phone, that's $2 a minute. You know what I'm saying? Every time I send you canteen, that's $30 that you can send to them. He was in jail for 6 months.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Once he got out, did you get divorced in jail?
No. I mean, when he got out, I divorced him in December.
No, I mean
but during that, I said, this is not going to work. I thought by marrying him, he would calm down and realize that I'm on his side and I'm helping you. But then he started accusing me of setting him up with Malik. Now you set me up.
Let me say this. I seen one of your live streams where you really went in on Brother Biko. Now, was that out of anger?
That was out of hurt and anger and the fact that he would.
You said he was them folks.
Would accuse me of stealing money.
You up here, you telling on yourself.
Right.
Yeah, you went in.
But he accused me of stealing money. Like, how can you say that I stole money from you? They got it out there. And this is why I'm doing this interview with you, because these people really got it out here that I was stealing money from people. I live in Southeast DC, baby. Okay? My bills is paid, all of them. I don't need your money. I paid the chapter dues out of my money. You did? You know what I'm saying? I never needed nobody else's money to do what I was doing in the community. If I had to dig in my own pockets, I did it. Michelle can tell you that. Anybody else that really know me, and they weren't even paying no dues. Wasn't nobody paying no dues to me.
So you and Brother Biko actually fell apart over some money.
It was definitely over the money and the fact that he accused me of stealing from him.
Okay.
When he was locked up, and in the controllingness, the combativeness, the mental abuse and the verbal abuse, he never put his hands on me, but he was very verbally abusive. Bitch this, bitch that. And I'm like, you're supposed to be a revolutionary. You supposed to be you sitting up here talking about the black woman is God, but you dragging me down. You know what I'm saying? You degrading me because of something you think I did. You know what I mean? I didn't do shit but try to be your woman. But you wanted to be a revolutionary. You didn't want to be my man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be that. He wanted to be. It's like he was trying to take me out. He was trying to take my position. He was trying to push me to the side. And I got this. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you the MOD. Yeah, you supposed to get it. But at the end of the day, as the chairman, I have the final say so. You did. At the end of the day, that's what it's supposed to be like. I didn't put you in position to take me out.
What is the big fight over? It doesn't seem like much is going on.
I don't know what they're doing now. I took a sabbatical in December after I had COVID. Everybody caught COVID around December. Caught COVID. January, I had a lot of family issues, and I just said, you know what? It's just too much. You know what I mean? It was too much for me to deal with. I had done been through too much. I done seen too much. I done heard too much. My body was breaking down and things like that. I had kidney failure. I don't know if anybody else know. I had kidney failure. When I met Steve, I was sick. I almost died. If it wasn't for him, I would have died. That's why I was so loyal to him and so, trying to support him. I had nephrostomy tubes put in after my kidney shut down. I was on dialysis, all kind of stuff. So I needed him at the time. When I first met him and things like that. And then he really didn't want to get in the revolutionary. But then he was like, I'm going to join and I'm going to help you. And, and I was like, that's all I need is a strong man to help me. You know what I mean? You can help me, but you ain't got to control me. You can't run over me. I'm not that type of woman.
Meet then? Because you said
we had been knowing each other for I had a radio show. I was in studio radio.
Okay.
And he came on my show and I interviewed him. I got clips of that. I interviewed him because we were trying to get the DC chapter to support the Black Panthers that have been in prison for years. It's still over 2,000 Black Panthers out there that's locked up in jail.
Right.
Original Black Panthers, for bullshit. Some of them ain't never even been to court before. So I was bringing light to that. You know what I mean? Really. It's some of them that ain't even been to court, ain't seen one day in court, but they still being held captive. And that was my mission. You know what I'm saying? At first, when I met him. And he told me, he was like, I've been watching you for 2 years. Blah, blah, blah. And then when we finally linked up, it was like love at first sight, I thought, and it really was. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all this to know that, yes, my emotions got out the best of me. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a chairwoman, I wasn't on my game. I wasn't really seeing things the way that it should have been vetted out. It was like, I just need somebody right now. Come on in, blah, blah, blah. And I needed him.
You off your feet.
No, not even that. It was just we had a connection. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We just had a good, strong connection. And he, when I did do that interview, that broke him down. He said, you blasted me, you put me out there, blah, blah, blah. But you did the same thing to me. You put it out there that I was stealing money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like these chicks, they claim somebody broke, claim they ain't got no money. God is all I need. He supplies all my needs.
Do you want me to be your marriage counselor? I think I can mend this.
I mean, I don't know. It's too far gone right now. It's too far gone. This is really gonna be the icing on the cake. Me doing this interview, but
you ain't said nothing wrong. I said I was disappointed in him. You ain't said nothing wrong that you haven't said before. You haven't said nothing.
I mean, but that's why I said I because I still love him. I can't say I don't love him. I still love Steve.
If you out there, Steve. If you out there, Steve.
But it's just not right. I can't handle somebody accusing me of doing something I'm not doing.
I can fix it. I can fix it. I can fix it. I said it 3 times. Come forth, Steve.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I done been through too much. I built up myself several times from a broken marriage to a broken relationship. He's only the second relationship I ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. Like, my baby, besides my baby dad, that's it. I wasn't really taking nobody else serious but him. But it just, and it was just jail changed him too. Them 6 months he spent in jail changed him into somebody that I didn't want to know no more. and I didn't want to be around anymore.
Let me ask you some of these questions from a couple people. Christian News and Interviews. Peace and love, family. Say, TB, what would she gain by being his wife? That wouldn't be a question for me. That would be a question for my sister.
By
Janae.
being his wife, it was okay. We have them been together. Both of us, first of all, both of us are Tauruses. My birthday, April 28th. His is May the 5th. We the same person. He like the female version of me. I'm like the male version of him. You know what I'm saying? We was just alike. We clicked on a lot of levels, and it was his intellect. Steve is very smart. He's very intellectual. You know what I'm saying? He was a revolutionary, and that was the type of man that I wanted. Because you know these men in DC is, you know what I'm saying, and without being offensive, they that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They hands down. But when you dealing with somebody in the Black Power movement, you know that's a real man. That's a man. You know what I'm saying? That's a man that's got principles and morals and ain't finna bend over for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And he would not do that. He ain't finna bend over or break for nobody. You know?
So my sis ODB says, what is your advice to someone who wants to truly be a revolutionary?
In order, just be yourself, baby. Do your work. Work your neighborhood. I work this whole block. You hear me? I live in here in Southeast DC. Being a revolutionary is not being a part of an organization. It's about becoming a better person, a human being. You control what the energy around you. You know, people in this building, they know Miss Janae got food. Miss Janae has a food pantry. On Thursdays, I feed people. I go out into the community. I help other organizations. You know what I'm saying? Just be a revolutionary. Don't join like that cryptonomics. You hit it right there. You don't have to join no Black Panther Party to prove how much you love Black people. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I want to do was say I love my people. I love myself. I don't owe nobody else nothing. I owe the Most High everything, though. You understand?
Whatever happened to Aaron Michaels was supposed to come back and organize a group.
And again, I don't know. When all this stuff went down with Biko and Akbar and them, he just said, you know what, I don't trust none of y'all. I don't want to be bothered with this drama. Y'all not really doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing his thing. I don't know if you watched the Panther 48. They're still doing, the rebuilding the party, but it's underground. Everybody has to go underground now. All these people you see in the cameras and taking pictures and stuff like that, they ain't real revolutionaries. They not shit. But the ones that's underground, that's out here, that's building and making shit happen. Like I said, I refuse to put that uniform on until let me stop. I got a brain freeze. Until integrity is brought back to that patch. Until real revolutionaries step up, or you know what I'm saying, and come up and do real work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even here to bash like the Sisters of the Underground or Panther or none of them, because these people are doing the work. They doing the real work.
I told somebody this very statement earlier this week. Mm-hmm. The ideal of the new Black Panther Party has been tarnished so much.
So bad. It's bad.
Has been infiltrated with agents so much that even if they're not agents, they come off as very suspect. I mean, so many of them.
Very suspicious. And they make And they have such a bad reputation. You know what I mean? And they've left a lot of people high and dry. You know, and that's how
they make the real ones, the real revolutionaries, look like them. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell the difference. And I said this to somebody just earlier this week, that somebody is going to have to create an organization with all of the bells and whistles that the Black Panther or the new Black Panther was supposed to be about, and rename it and rebrand it. Because at this point, when you look at the new Black Panther Party and you see tall Malik walking around blabbing his stuff that he's been blabbing for the last 25 years, and nothing to show for all of this screaming and yelling and his little clip notepad and his notebook and all of that. Like this is just ridiculous and goofy at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so somebody got to really step forward. And what you doing, sis, it could be the catalyst into organizing people, rebranding it, and helping people join.
Yeah, there are people out here. There are. I mean, like shout out to King Rick and the original Black Panther Party. Like if I would be with anybody, I would be with the original Black Panther Party and what they're doing.
And to be fair, this is the same thing that I've mentioned about the Moorish Science Temple of America. That the only difference is that the Moorish Science Temple of America actually has a blueprint that was put by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, so you actually can differentiate who's being fake, who's being phony. But when somebody come in screaming Black Power, F the cracker, F the pig, you be like, oh,
it's not about that. It's all power to the people. You know what I'm saying? It's all power to all people. We can't do this by ourselves. Like I said, we ain't got no helicopters. We ain't got no damn planes. We don't have the resources as a people because we ain't thinking like that. You know, find me a revolutionary that's got a tank. You know what I'm saying? Or a whole artillery or airplanes and boats and stuff like that.
What about AJ? They jumps out of planes.
I love AJ. AJ is a real revolutionary. You know, he started out with the Panthers and everything. Me and him have a real tight connection too.
But I would say he jumped out of planes and swim underwater with guns and all of that stuff.
That's good. That's training. That's stuff that's gonna be.
No, what I'm saying is, how would that be effective to the things that we face?
We don't know what we're gonna have to face from day to day. You never know what is like, especially during hurricane season. They do a lot of rescuing. They are rescue. They're not militia, black militia, nothing like that. They do a lot of rescuing all people. Like when down in Louisiana, when the floods and stuff like that, they was first on the scene saving people. They really do have to do that type of stuff. He wanted the party to be that way, but nobody wanted to comply to what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? The type of training that he wanted them to have, military training. The military jump out of airplanes. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to be a paramilitary, then you need to be trained to do that. You need to be trained to scuba dive. You need to be trained just like the Marines, the Air Force, and the Navy. Right. We don't know because I mean, listen, I'm very intelligent. This world is coming to an end right now as we speak. Right. We don't know if they're gonna sink cities. We don't know we don't know if Russia is really gonna come over here and do it. Ain't Russia we need to worry about.
Let me ask
China.
You,
let's think about that. You know,
do they own boats and planes and stuff like that?
Who? The Panthers?
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what they need.
AJ now.
Yeah, they got stuff. I don't care if they got to rent them or not. They got stuff. They got boats. They got planes. They pay. I don't know if they paid it. I don't know how they operate their organization. You know what I'm saying? But you never know.
I'm just asking because you mentioned that.
One thing I know for sure. Hold on. One thing I know for sure. If I call AJ Frazier, he's gonna come and help me. I know that. Right. I know that regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I need to know. I don't need to know all the details. The Panther Party works like this. Everything is on a need-to-know basis. You feel me? You know, and
the only reason I asked that is because you said we need planes. We said we need planes.
Do. We don't have none of that.
That's why I was asking the AJ now because they jump out of planes. Do they have a plane? Do they have a boat? Do they?
They got all that. I guess I don't know.
No, it's all good. But so do you think that the Panthers is yesterday's news now as an organization?
No, I don't. I think it's still a lot of life left because no matter what I say or you say, people are still going to follow him, and they're still going to follow this because number one, people want to see something getting done. Black people want to see change. They want to see us in our uniforms. They want to see us out there. Black power, you know what I'm saying? They want to it does give people hope. You know what I mean? That's why I said I'm not here to bash them. I don't care what these ladies say or whatever. I don't care about none of that because I wanted Akbar and Malik to resolve their differences and get back together. I really do. You know,
If they
regardless
get
of
back
what
together,
happened,
would you rejoin?
I'm not ever coming back. No, I'm not ever coming back. But for the people's sake, you know what I'm saying? For the people's sake, I would like to
if
see
it's not
them,
good for you, why would it be good for your people?
because people, they don't have, they eyes ain't as
But
clear
if
as
it ain't, but
mine
come on,
is.
sis, hold up, sis. If
Yeah,
something is not good for you, why would
it
you
just
give it
ain't
to your
good for me.
family?
It's not good for me, but we need to. But when you think about, okay, am I doing this for myself or am I doing this for the people? The people need to see strong black men stand up and take authority. You know what I'm saying? That's not something we've seen in our generation. That's
I
all
get
I'm
that, but
saying.
you don't need to be. But you just said
But
you
you
don't
don't
need to
need
be
to
a
be
pastor to
with
do
that.
that.
No,
But this is what I'm saying. Let me just clarify this one more time.
Okay.
If you're not going to eat something, why would you allow your people to eat it? You know what I'm saying? If you know that
You
this
got
is
to
not
test.
good,
They're not gonna listen to me anyway. You know what I mean? Look at the guy that came on your show and with receipts. I came on here with receipts. The same people that knew what happened to us in Tulsa, they still rocking with them. You know
but
what I'm
somebody
saying?
going to listen. But the thing is, though, let me say this, boss lady. The thing is, it's not those that are lost; it's those that potentially that could be lost. Those that are lost may not make their way back. That's clear. You know what I'm saying?
That's clear.
But those that may hear you and understand, like, hold up now, this stuff is fugazi. This stuff
It
is
is.
bogus.
It's just,
They might not have to go through with the one that went through that is already lost.
I understand what
You
you're
might help
saying.
somebody, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
That's what I said. And that's my whole thing for coming on here. It's not to bash the party. It's not to put people on blast. And that, to me, that's petty and unnecessary. It's to understand who you are as a person and a revolutionary. The stuff that I went through, I hope don't nobody have to go through it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why that's the point that I'm
That's
making.
it. Yeah, I don't want nobody to have to go through the things that I went through and the torture that I went through, because my heart is still for the people. I still do the same things that I was doing before. I still
Absolutely.
feed people. I still go out on, in the community and participate in things like that. But I'm just not going to connect myself with an organization that has no real agenda. You have a good plan. You know what I'm saying? You make it look good. They make it look real good. You want to believe in what they're doing. You want to believe that they can really make a change and stuff like that. And I think they are getting to that level. It's just the way they went about doing it was just not right. You know what
Let
I'm
me ask you a
saying?
few hot questions. Is Malik an agent?
I believe he is. Yep.
Is
I believe he's a gatekeeper. I
He's a-
totally believe he's the gatekeeper in the Black Power movement.
is it a bunch of gatekeepers in there, or he's just
It
the
is
gate?
a bunch of gatekeepers in there. It's a bunch of people that are gatekeepers, and that they want you to do what they say. They got this manual, but they don't even follow the manual. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? They don't follow the manual. It's like I'm not angry. I'm not mad at them or whatever. I'm just not fucking with them. I'm not messing with them. Sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not dealing with it no more.
Is
I
is
don't want
is,
to be
is, is
part of
Biko
that.
an agent?
Is he an agent? I don't know what he is. I don't even know his real name. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
That's how I feel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, baby. That's all I can tell you.
My brother Nugent say, I noticed black women will go above and beyond to gain love of their man.
Well, I mean, and again, I was in this before he was.
Shout
You
out
know
to him,
what I'm saying?
Nugent.
Right. I was in the Black Power movement before he was. And it was just, like I just really believed that he was the person he was telling me he was. But you can't tell me one thing and then do something else. That's not gonna work.
Wow. What make you say you don't even know his real name?
Because I don't. When they got locked up, I did not know his real name.
Oh, you found out his name when he got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
What did you know him by? That is weird.
Stephen, I'm not gonna put him on there like
Stephen
that.
and Ghazi Muhammad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I didn't know all this other stuff that I found out until later.
Good goodness gracious.
A lot of stuff I found out later on. And then
Come on, Muhammad Bey.
You need to talk to him. You talk to him about
he
it.
should have called me. I'm disappointed in that brother because I represented for him by the way of you, and you represented for him hands down. He should have called me. He owed me a call. I don't owe him a call.
Right. He'll call you.
And he owe you a thank you.
No.
And he owed Morris World TV an explanation of what happened after they supported his endeavor.
Right.
We don't owe him a call.
Right. And that's the main thing. Like I said, I just wanted to clear my name, clear the record, and move on with my life. I'm right here in Southeast DC. Anybody want to come and see me, come and see me.
I'm striking out helping revolutionaries though. It seems like I helped Big Shirley because she said her and Ali Muhammad wanted to help a fellow Panther that was assassinated. Come to find out, the brother had a heart attack. They took the money, ain't send the family a dime. And then I helped out my brother Biko. My brother Biko didn't even have the decency to call me, to text me, to email me, to send a pigeon or just a kite like they do in jail to say thank you. To reach out to the Morris World TV citizens and say, I appreciate your help, and this is what happened. I'm striking out helping revolutionaries. I don't know what's going on, sis. This is crazy.
Right. It's just too much. Like I said, it was a lot. I mean, can't nobody say that I didn't try to help. You know what I'm saying? He did just put me out there like I just left him high and dry. That was not the case. You know that wasn't true.
Oh no, absolutely not. And in
fact, that wasn't true. It was just the fact that he couldn't. I mean, we just after all the stuff that went on, we couldn't recover. You know what I'm saying? We could not recover. It was just too much. And I fought the party for that because they turned their back on me and him. You know what I'm saying? They turned their back on us. And it just felt like, all my hard work, all the money that I put into this organization, all the time that I put in, all the sacrifices I made against my own family wishes. You know what I'm saying? I did it all. I did everything that was asked of me. Everything. And then some. And still doing it. Hell, I made Easter baskets for the kids. And I don't even celebrate Easter. You know what I'm saying? I don't even celebrate stuff like that, but I still have a heart for the community. I still give back when I can. Like I said, if you in Washington, D.C., we do a mutual aid fund every third Sunday at the Big Chair. So we be out there giving away stuff for free. That's all I can do.
My last question before I go. If the Black Panther, the new Black Panther Party that is, if it is infiltrated the way that I believe that it is, or these people are gatekeepers, agents, or whatever have you. I can't stand the word agent, but gatekeepers, agents,
I say
informants, or whatever, informants or whatever. What is the agenda for these informants and gatekeepers?
To me,
if they're gatekeepers, then they have an agenda. If they're informants, they have an agenda. If they're agents, they have an agenda. What would the agenda be?
I don't know. I tried for 4 years to figure for them to give me something. Like I told you on that for 3 years.
No, not the agenda of the new Black Panther Party, but the agenda for the agent, for the informant, or for the gatekeeper.
I think to just keep people under radar. Keep us, keep revolutionaries under the radar. People that are extremists. You would say, they label us as extremists in the Black militias, in the Black Power movement. Just to keep a taps on who's doing what, because the minute you become a Panther, you get all these friend requests. You got all these people coming and watching what you're doing, and seeing how you move or whatever. And if you move a little bit faster than somebody else, then you deal with the criticism and you deal with oh, they do this and do that, but they like to party and turn up too. You know what I'm saying? They get on your social media, they get on your Facebook, they get in your Instagram, and if you're not keeping up the image that they feel like you should, then you become a target. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't what was that thing that say I don't know, something about you become the target. When people start talking about you and they see you doing stuff and making moves, you just become a target. And I've been the target, and I don't know why they targeted the new Black Panther Party. People
People taking money for fake rescues and ozone money.
Ozone
Well,
money.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
I
this.
ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, not you. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, I will say this since we mentioned AJ, I do have a show coming up where it's a story that was made up by AJ as if he's saving somebody, and this person is actually coming forth saying AJ made the story up.
Wow, that's crazy.
Good. Don't look good.
But that's what I said. I don't know these people. Like, you don't really know these people. That's one thing I can say. Get to know these people before you join these organizations.
Absolutely.
Do your homework. Do your research. Don't take nobody at face value. I brought these people into my house. I had people talking about my house. My house has been bugged. Okay. I had people infiltrate my house, leave their listening devices in my house to see what was going on in my home. I got people all over. I got a fan club of haters and everything like that. People that I welcome into my home and treated like family and treated them like sisters and brothers. And they turned their back on me, and they tried to use every single thing they found out about me against me.
Christian News and Interviews just reminded me that why does it seem that in the quote unquote Black Power movement that there's a lot of sexcapades and drinking parties?
Let's talk about the dick sucking situations.
Oh my goodness, hold up. This is a family show.
Put the kids up. Look, let's put the kids up now.
It's a family show.
Let's talk about the head. Like, we was on the you saw me on Jeremiah Judah. They were talking about that other crazy stuff. But I mean, these people, and I'm gonna say these people in leadership, use these women that come in because these women want to be a revolutionary so bad. Well, you come over here and bless the mic and you can get a position. You know what I'm saying? That's how they working. Your boy. Your national chairman. Yeah, your
Malik
national
ain't
chairman.
doing that. He's an upstanding.
Yeah. Okay, we got in Tulsa. I put it like this: somebody saw him getting some head in Tulsa.
Oh, come on, not Malik.
Yeah, now that wasn't the only time getting some head from somebody that was somebody's wife. Okay, that shit was going down. It was a whole lot of swinging going on in Tulsa. You know, like I told them chicks, y'all don't want to play with me. Don't play with me because I'm not here for the okie doke.
Christian News and Interviews made me bring that question back up.
Right,
Come on.
bring it up because it's the truth. Like it's just like the motorcycle club world. You think you going off on a trip to go to a party? You going to swing, baby. You swinging. You're a swinger. You going to
so the new Black Panther party is it? Christian News, I opened up a can of worms. So the new Black Panther, because you know what the thing is like, all right. So when I was doing a lot of research, not so much on the Black Panther Party, but I would run across some of the posts of Black Panther Party. It seemed like right after a mission, everybody be in somebody's garage with a bunch of beers.
It'd be a turn up. It'd be a turn up.
It seemed like it seemed like it just like tailgating or something. Like, what in the world?
If they want to have a good time.
Then the story of how Big Shirley regime broke apart. They was at a bar and they was getting drunk, and I'm like, what's the name? Somebody stole her gun, and the field marshal.
I don't know nothing about this. That's what I said. I don't follow up.
It's always a drunk story or a sex story at the end of screaming Black Power.
I guess that's what they say. I got the power. So that's what they do.
Malik,
you know what I'm saying? And I mean, look, I'm telling you from start to finish.
Malik would not mess with another man's wife. Now that's going too far, sis.
Listen, honey. All I know is the girl got caught.
And what the husband do? Who the husband? I'm gonna find the husband, interview him.
I don't know who her husband is. I never met the girl husband.
I'm gonna find out who he is. We need that interview because we need to fix these relationships in our community. If they're still together, he's a good man.
Hey, I don't know. That's all I can say. And I'm so sick of his name. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of all this shit. So I just needed to get all this shit off my chest so I can move on with my life.
What you want to get off your chest? Come on, give us a ball.
Look, she's talking about give me. I wasn't ready to give me a side next time. Listen, honey, y'all don't want to know the real truth behind this stuff.
Yes, we do. Just a little bit. Give me like 5 minutes of it.
5 minutes of what? Look, where do I start? Like I said, my problem was in the beginning, Hashim could not stand me. And I hate to speak of the dead, but he hated me. He hated me because I was with Aqua. You know what I'm saying? And he even talked about me on the radio. He would be like, tell her to shut up. She ain't got nothing to say. You know, there's radio clippings of this stuff. But my thing was, I stuck in there because I wanted to prove him wrong. That I was committed to the Black Power movement, and I was a real revolutionary. And I wasn't in it to try to be messy or, you know what I'm saying, or create no problems or try to sleep around with everybody, you know. And I even told my girls in the chapter, I said, do not sleep with these men in the new Black Panther Party. These are your brothers. Oh my God. Look, every last woman that I had, not every one of them, but a couple of them, their mission was to come in and sleep with the generals. They wanted to be, with the generals and stuff. And I would tell them, I was like, these men is married. You know what I'm saying? They got wives. I done met their wives and children. I'm not here to sleep around. I'm here for my people. And if that's your agenda, then you gotta go.
So that's,
you know what I'm saying? You
why
can't
would,
do
why
that.
would
You
I
cannot
let
sleep
somebody
around with people that you need to call on in an emergency. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a around the way girl. I've never slept with nobody in my neighborhood ever. You know what I'm saying? Never, because they don't respect you when you hopping from this one to that one to whatever. I said, you got to learn how to be a lady. You know what I'm saying? Don't come into the Black Power movement looking for a spouse. It's a couple I hooked them up. They perfect for each other. Good. If you're gonna sleep with the man, marry the man, marry the woman. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna mess around, but don't just be here to sleep with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. That is what they do. I promise you. It's a lot of people out here, grown ass women, out here sucking dick.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, and everything else they can to gain the attention of these generals. That's what they doing. And it ain't not damn one that can say boss lady did anything. If I had a man, I came in with him. You know what I'm saying? Well, none of that. But these women did this stuff, and I told them it's pathetic. It's some pitiful women out here. I can tell you that right now. Pitiful women that would use the Black Power movement to be a hoe. They want to sleep with all the generals. They want to be known around the revolutionary set to being like that. And I refuse to be that type of woman. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that on my own time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't finna come out here in uniform, standing behind you or beside you and knowing that you got this, that, and the other one. You got like this dude had 5 girls at one time. All of them fighting over his attention. Malik, yes.
So he actually was with Tupac's daughter.
Well, let her tell it. She lived with him. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know.
Well, if
I don't know.
Well, if what you saying is true, then that's normal behavior.
It's a lot of polygamy going on, and I'm polyamorous. I'm with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like on the real tip, I'm with the shit, but not in the Black Power movement. Not to try to use that against people or try to control them with it. You know what I'm saying? These little groupies and stuff that he got right now, all of them done went to the throne. Would you say all of them done been to the throne? They all done that. And then for somebody to accuse me of thinking, oh, he never made advances at you. I never wanted no advances. I would never accept no advances because that's not what I was here for. I was here for the people. For me, it was all power to the people. It wasn't about no individual. I don't do no male worshiping. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't about God and if it ain't about the people, it ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was disheartening because even some good people, good women, that didn't even participate in the bullshit got accused of doing the shit because the rest of them was doing it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing but a traveling damn swing along. You feel me? You know, and then anybody can get it. Like I said, they know what the truth is. You know, I don't witness a lot of shit and I ain't say nothing and because it wasn't my business. It's not my place to tell your personal business. What you do with your private parts is your business. You know what I'm saying? But it went down. And it went down on Panther time.
Good. Well, that's my time right there, sis. I can't. Good goodness. That's too much. That's too much. You know, I'm just glad, sis. But sis, I want to thank you. It's 11:36 on the East Coast, and I don't like my video.
Really? We've been talking that long?
Oh, yeah, sis, absolutely. And I appreciate you joining me. Anything you want to say in closing, sis, and please send me your podcast link or your YouTube link or your Facebook link so I can put it in the comment section, in the description section, so people can follow you. Thank you so much, sis, for coming on through.
No problem. The last thing I want to say, and it's to everybody, including everybody that I have met in this revolutionary train, continue to be yourself. If it's something don't feel right to you, don't go along with it. Don't succumb to it. Don't believe everything you see and half of what you hear. You understand what I'm saying? It's people right now, I know they probably in the comments, she lying, blah, 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 blah. Baby, look, may you remain blocked and blessed. That's all I can say. Stay out of my life and I will stay out of yours. But I wanted my name clear. I wanted my heart to heal from the hurt and the pain that I endured. I still support the movement itself, but I cannot be a part of anybody's organization because there ain't no organization. Not if you're going to use personal information against each other and try to hurt and destroy each other with their information. Like I said, these women, stop degrading yourself, stop bending over and bowing down to these men that ain't no good, that are abusing their power and abusing their positions under the gauze of a revolutionary. Okay, I came too far. I've been through too much. I struggled too hard. I have lost so much just by trying to be myself, you know, and I found myself when I walked away from all of that drama and all of that stuff like that. So I love you. You know what I mean? If you want to call me, hit me up on Facebook, email me, whatever you need to do to get off your chest how you feel about the things that I have said today. Because a lot of y'all know that I'm telling the truth. You know, and only the person that's a liar would keep hiding. Only a liar would block you and not give you the opportunity to explain what happened or why this went wrong or what was going on or whatever. I'm free. To me, it's still freedom of death. It's still all power to the people. You know what I'm saying? And it did turn X-rated because you need to know if you heard those allegations, yes, they did happen. I can tell you this right there. But Janae was not a part of it. Janae didn't see it. Janae only heard about it. That's it. You know, and even in that, it didn't stop me from being who I was. It did not stop me from being a Panther. I have the heart of a Panther. I was born into a revolutionary household. So I'm going to continue to be who I am, regardless of if I put that black suit on or not. You know, and until peace and order and integrity is restored to the new Black Panther Party, no, I won't be a part of that. I won't support that. I won't go. And I mean, if people ask me what I do to join the party, I still send the people. I still send them, you know, let you find out for yourself. You know, because what I tell you, I all I got is ghetto isms to say. And I can say this, what you eat don't make me shit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If I say it, you can believe it or not, but you need to try it for yourself. You understand? You try it for yourself. And I'm with you, Taharka, on everything you say, that we need to make these people responsible for what they're doing. But at the end of the day, these grown people are going to make their own choices and their own decisions. 100. They still going to ride with these people. They still going to put their life on the line. But until you get locked the hell up and you hear this man on the phone tell them, don't give them niggas a goddamn dime to help them get out of jail, then you make your own choice. But that's what I heard from Malik Zulu SHABBAZ mouth.
Poof. So I think we dropped the mic with that. Again, thank you, sis. Please send the information in the messenger so I can put it in the the description of the video. I'm reading the comments.
I can't find my. Okay, I will. I'll send it to you on Facebook. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sis. Peace and love.
All right. Peace and love. All power to the people.
I think that was a beautiful, beautiful interview, and we thank Sister Boss Lady Janae for taking her time out her busy schedule to talk to us, family. Very, very, very rarely do we get a raw, in-depth look with someone's experience in the Black Panther Party. But if you have had experience in the Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party, whether good, bad, or indifference, please email me at taharkabay@gmail.com. Come on through. Let's talk about it. Because ultimately, what we want to do is we want to make sure that your children are not bamboozled, running around the country with guns and screaming Black power is not indicative of Black power. Calling the white man the devil or a pig in 2022 is not indicative of Black power. If you want power, the first thing you're going to want to do is organize. You want to organize with responsible people who are going to take responsibility of their own situations and condition. That's number one. Then you want to make sure that the people are qualified to hold any position that would further the plight of the mission, that would further the mission. That would be number two. And then you go on a mission and you begin to build something. After 20 years of screaming Black power, whether it was Malik or whether it's Malik or whether it's Big Shirley, they have no headquarters. They have no central location to organize people. If you want to meet the Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party, you may have to meet them in a Starbucks, a Wendy's, or a McDonald's, unless some sweet, loving sister like Boss Lady Janae will allow you to use her house. Now, other than that, if you can't find the address to go to the meeting to learn your training, you might want to leave it alone. You might want to. But if you join and they say we just getting started, then that's something different. But if you are looking at an institution that's been around since the 80s and they don't even have a meeting place to organize their efforts, you might want to leave that alone. You just might want to leave that alone. And again, thank you everybody for watching. I will see you on Saturday or Sunday. Tomorrow is holy day for all Muslims all over the world. And on Monday, I got a debate with a Sunni brother. He's going to challenge my Moorish science. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to everybody giving a thumbs up. I'm looking for everybody to give us a thumbs up. And yeah, it's time to get busy, family. It's time to get busy. I appreciate y'all. Jabril, I got you next time. I got to eat some dinner. I'm hungry. I'm weak and I'm hungry. So we're going to rock out the next time I come on. Let's get busy. Peace and love, family.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave.
Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law